Let's go out to the Twin Cities. Gary Thorne and Jim Palmer join us now.
Tom, thanks very much. For the Orioles, one thing you didn't think you'd be talking about at any point of the season was a problem with the offense, but that's what they've got going right now. Quickly take a look at this chart, which shows you how the runs have not been there for the Orioles. You see the teams where games have been decided by 2 runs or less. Baltimore Orioles, they have a 25-14 mark. A lot of that came early, though, and of late the problem's been they cannot score runs. They're not getting more than 1 a game in Milwaukee, and 3 runs or less has been the theme of late. Jim Palmer, who thought we'd be saying that?
We know that they're going to hit home runs. They led the major leagues in home runs last year. They're 6th this year in the American League. The on-base percentage, I've been here a long time, and they've been talking about every year, get more guys on. That was one of the themes in spring training. We're going to hit those home runs, but we're going to get guys on. Well, it just doesn't happen because, they're last in walks. They're 12th in strikeouts, so they don't get a lot of guys on. And, again, they don't have a lot of team speed. And, Milwaukee was all about the fact they're a very athletic ball club, and they just played better. So you move on. You kind of like the fact that Aquino at least threw strikes. So when you lose, you still lose, and you feel good about yourself. But getting blown out, that's got to stop for this club to move on and get into a better situation and winning and losing games the second half.
And it is Manny Machado's birthday today, 25 years old, as Manny comes in looking at a season where the numbers are not exactly what he has hoped they would be. You take a look at the numbers with the Orioles and where he ranks, though, through the age of 24. Games, batting average, home runs, doubles, and RBIs. He is in the top 5 of all of those, and Manny's got room to grow. You're only 25 years old at the major league level. He may very well be number 1 in all those numbers before it's said and done.
Yeah, and 2 of those years, he actually had the 2 knee surgeries to repair the inside ligament in both the right and the left knee, so he missed a number of at-bats. This year it's not a struggle. He's on a pace to hit almost as many home runs as last year. He's not the first guy that's played this game that's human, and he got off to a slow start. Maybe that's the difference, and I think, and when we talk about it all the time on the air, it's a lot easier to take a walk when you're hitting 280 than when you're hitting 215. So, Scott Coolbaugh, they've kind of made a little deal. They're going, every day I'm going to remind you. You got the devil over here saying, boy, I'm going to pull the ball, hit home runs, and Scott Coolbaugh, the Angels, saying, no, 1 bat at a time. Saw it yesterday, the first time up, and then maybe the devil took over. So again, a very talented player. He's already won the Gold Gloves. The Orioles are very lucky to have him come up. You're ever going to talk about getting a number 1 draft choice, hopefully they'll be able to keep him, but that's what you want from your player.
And even though the average will have a hard time creeping up, RBIs and home runs can still be there, and that ultimately is what's important to the ball club. We'll see what Manny does on his birthday here in Minnesota.